Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Jim Hardy. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today, as you do each and every day on your lunch hour, Monday through Friday, right here on the Auburn Blitz. You can check us out as always, of course, on our Spectrum, on your Spectrum cable dial, or you can dial us up on the YouTube. We've got our own page that's growing like wildfire, and we appreciate all of you out there. Go and subscribe to that if you would, and be a part of that. Hit the little notification bell. You'll get a notification every time we come on. You can always check us out on Facebook as well. We stream it there on Facebook each and every day as well. So, again, just thank you so much for all of your support, and thank you to our sponsors as well. We'll talk about them a little bit later as we move along. But a lot to talk about as always today. Maybe a little bit of a slower news day than some. It's that time of year. We're past football. We're in the basketball season, the heart of it there in SEC season. But baseball is about to get underway not too long from now. That will be another exciting thing. Kind of been a cold winter so far, so it's going to be maybe a chilly start.
Well, that's kind of, the weather.
Softball and baseball.
We went through all of that cold, and now the weather's predicting us another 10 days or so in the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
So baseball's going to have some great practices.
Just wait a minute, and it'll change. That's the way it goes. But, we had Bruce Pearl on the show yesterday. Great to be able to catch up with him and talk about that big win Auburn had over Tennessee on Saturday. Very excited about that. Auburn goes to LSU tomorrow night, and they'll match up with the other Tigers in the SEC. One of the few Tigers in the SEC, I guess I should say. But we'll talk about some of those games. It was a really good win for Auburn over the number 6 team in the country. Yet another quad 1 win for this team that I think I saw. I don't know if it was correct or not, but I saw one come across that said that Auburn had more quad 1 wins than any team in SEC history.
Yes, that's what I was. I watched an interview with Stephen Pearl this morning, and that's one of the things he said. This one was going. If they were to beat LSU, it would be I think 11 or 12, and it would be more than anybody's in history.
Wow.
Yeah.
The season is not even half over.
Oh yeah.
So they got a ways to go, and now LSU that'll tell you all you need to know. LSU is near the bottom of the SEC, and that's still a quad 1. That's still a quad 1 win.
Yeah. No, it's amazing how the depth is in this league this year.
Unbelievable. But we glossed over it yesterday, but did want to mention it again. Omar Madsen, running back from Auburn High School, has decided to commit to Auburn, and so Auburn will add him to that running back room. 5'9", 200 pounds. So he built like a fire hydrant.
He's another Jarquez type back.
Yeah. And quite honestly, very much like Alvin Henderson.
Yes.
Almost the same size.
The biggest difference to me is this one is going to be more proven than Alvin because Alvin played at such a small level.
Right.
This guy playing in 7A football against D1 athletes every Friday night. Mm-hmm. When you put up almost 3,000 yards against D1 athletes, you can play.
No question about it. And, here's I think he was, reclassified. One of these guys that reclassified. He's supposed to be, graduating in 2026, but he's going to graduate in 2025. So,
your big question is like him or Alvin, when you look at the list, which one of those or both of those going ahead and expecting this year not to see the field and you play the other guys? Or can one of those guys work their way onto the field, maybe with a few injuries or other things? You just would hope both of them wouldn't have to be getting a lot of playing time this year.
You would hope.
Yeah.
But we're gonna. I thought that might be an interesting thing. We'll take a look. We always like to fit in a little football, but we'll take a look at that offense now. What positions do you feel most comfortable about going into the 2025 season? Which positions on the offense are you most concerned about going into the 2025 season? They've made additions. There have been some additions. There have been some subtractions from every room, and so it's going to be a little bit different. This Auburn team probably going to look a lot different in some aspects. So we'll talk about that a little bit, but just talking about Mabson, number 85 running back, number 37 player in the class. Again, you got to factor in the fact that he reclassified, so he's it's not going to be quite as you can kind of throw out the rankings a little bit and just kind of look at what he did. As Jim said, 2,798 yards running for Auburn High School in a 7A classification, 45 touchdowns. This is just the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, and what's even more or as impressive as those 3,000 yards is him also receiving the football. He can catch out of the backfield. That is huge in a Hugh Freeze-style offense, is catch the football as a running back.
No doubt about it. We saw that, with Jarquez Hunter. We've seen that a little bit with Damari Alston, but all those guys, I think that could even be another aspect of the offense that you could probably do more of.
Oh, sure, because there's an aspect of a lot of offenses out there, but especially Hughes, anybody that does the RPO-style system, you can allow that back to step up and maybe chip block somebody and then just slide off out there in the flat at the last second. If he can do that, there's no coverage for that because you could have a spy watching him, but if he looks like he's blocking, then whoever that spy is started dropping into coverage, and you've given that running back the flat or areas that weren't normally there. I mean, you make an offense so unpredictable. If you got a back that can catch, you got a quarterback that can run, and you got receivers out there, it's a defensive nightmare.
And if you got a quarterback that can recognize it and to get it out there, it's always nice to have a little outlet. Yes. A safety valve.
And the key to all that is having the time to see that outlet. Because if our line participates especially our left tackle participates like he did last year, you don't have time to see that.
Well, that tackle is no longer on the team, so he will be. And did I see that he went to Ole Miss?
I don't think so.
I could have sworn he went somewhere else in the SEC, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he ended up somewhere. But everybody needs bodies for left tackles, and that's a position that certainly is one of the most prominent on the offense. But
there's no, I mean, like we've covered him many times on the show, there's no question the kid, if you look at him, he's got everything you want. When you look at an offensive lineman, you go, that dude right there could block the sun out.
Yeah.
But the problem is he couldn't, the people get under him too quick. He can't bend at those hips and knees.
Yeah. All right, here's what Omar said. Just everything about Auburn, home, coaches, the relationship, everything about it. It feels good to stay home, but I ain't gonna be at the house though. I'm gonna treat it just like I'm out in California or somewhere. I'm treating it like I'm going to college to play football and to pursue going to the NFL, the steps to doing that. I can't worry about being at home. I just have to worry about being in college. That's a great way to look at it. I mean, you know, every kid, and that quite frankly, Auburn has lost some prospects over the years from Auburn High School, from Opelika, because of the fact that they wanted to go somewhere, you know, and play. And, you know, there's something to that.
No, there is. I mean, I played against some of them myself. You know, we had a guy named Marcus Washington. He played right down the street, and he had that same feel about him that he would tell you, you know, gosh, I just really wanted to go somewhere else. But then when it was all said and done, I wanted to play for Auburn.
What did you?
Oh, Lewis is an Ole Miss Rebel. Percy Lewis.
How about that?
So,
I mean, maybe that's good news.
If we got to play them, it's good news.
That's good news for Auburn, maybe, if they play it, or whoever plays Ole Miss. I can't imagine he'd be starting, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, we got to take our first break here, but don't go anywhere. We're just getting started on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Berner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Discover great deals on Kawasaki motorcycles, watercrafts, side-by-sides, and more. Save big on championship-proving KX motorcycles. Get a great deal on iconic Kawasaki jet ski personal watercraft, or take advantage of big adventure for less with savings on our rugged Terex side-by-sides. There's no better time to save on our exciting lineup of Kawasaki vehicles. Visit Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard today, or see all the Kawasaki products at adamsmotorsports.com, where your pleasure is our business.
In 2025, we're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. New Chevy Silverado 4x4 crew cabs, discounted up to $12,000 off. Brand new 2025 Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV with high-tech features, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments for 120 days. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Got a lot to talk about, but first, your calls always come first. Let's go to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline and welcome in James. James from Opelika. How's it going today?
Hey, Jim. And
yes, sir.
I guess I got Brett a little perturbed yesterday talking about the president.
Hey.
Like I said, this is a show. I thought we call a spade. You know, it don't matter if it's Biden or either Trump. If he's doing some stuff that you don't like, he's doing some stuff you don't like.
Hey.
If Biden was doing the stuff you don't like, you call him out also.
Hey, James, you call out anybody you want to call out. Like I say, we can agree to disagree. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, when I was talking about him, the Trumpster, he went to Biden. I wasn't talking about Biden. Biden done some good things. He done a lot more bad things than he did good, but he done the chip. He did the infrastructure bill for bridges and roads to be built. I disagree with him on the transgender thing. I disagree with him about immigration. I disagree with him about student loan debt, even though that's a good thing for the people that can get that, because I believe you can, if you got a debt for student loan, you can go work for the government to pay it off. But if the people don't want to do that, I don't think you should forgive them.
Well,
so, you know, but he did the chip. We got the chip that they're going to be building on the computer that we don't have to go over to other places. So he done some good things. Now, he did some bad things. So he wasn't no great president, but he wasn't no bad president. But I was just bringing up what I'm seeing so far from this administration that I was hoping that would bring people together. This guy is not bringing people together right now. And you said something good yesterday that I thought about. You said give him time. But Brett wanted to go the other way, and I'm like, wow, I must touch the nerve with Brett. Hey, Brett, I'm sorry, Brett, if I did. But anyway.
James, I got a question for you. What in this new administration that you're talking about, do you believe he's going to make a difference in the world we're talking about now? Is him and Congress going to get together and
I think he's making it less safe, man. When you done took all the funding from a Ukraine country that a man that done invaded, you done took us out of who all the people in the world find out about diseases and let you know what disease is going on all across the world. When you done took us out the Paris Agreement, everybody knows there's climate change. If a person don't know it's climate change, then they got their head in the sand. You done took all the security stuff away. You done took all the IG Inspector General that oversee everything. So you finna change regulation for food, deregulate food. Just like pepper steak, wine, and steak. They got all these great steaks. I may not know where my steak comes from now. So So no, I think he done make. Then he tried to do away with the Tuskegee Airmen being taught at the Air Force. They done reinstated this day. Now he done put the government federal funding on hold from his executive order last night. No loans, no small business loan, no nothing can go out now. No, he's making us less safe right now, in my opinion. Now the good thing he did, I have no problem with the immigration. But you're going to have some of them because I'm not going back in the watermelon field. And we got people in this new generation don't want to work. So you're going to have to keep some of them.
Yeah, James.
But the immigration, I can see it. But anything else, all this other stuff, go look it up, Jim. Go look it up, Andy. Go tell this man is, with executive order, this man got a lot going on, man.
Yeah, James, you missed me there. All I was asking about was college football. Do you think he's going to help us with the NIL problem we got?
Well, I look at my bad. I look at it like Tuberville was up there. Him and Cory Booker was trying to get something done last year, and they didn't get it done. So maybe Tuberville might be the catalyst for it. Maybe they'll get something done. But yeah, I think he'll try. But like I told you, man, the man flip-flop more than anybody. He banned TikTok and got it started. Now he's going to take credit for reinstating it. But something got to be done. I think Tuberville will push. I think this one thing Tuberville will do right. I think he'll push the issue. And Jim, don't get me wrong about Tuberville. I used to love Tuberville. I got a football from Tuberville when you guys was in the 2000 and undefeated season with all these people signature on all the player signatures, the coaches that I'm gonna give to you. I tried to get the end of them, but they didn't want it. One day I'm gonna leave it at Pepper Tree Wine and Steak. When I ever go up there, I'm gonna tell them I'm leaving it for you, Jim.
Well, I'd be happy to receive it because I go all over and travel and speak a lot, and I promise you, his name comes up a lot because I think a lot of the man done a lot of stuff for me.
Hey, damn! I used to love the man. I thought he brought toughness. He knew how to develop players. And all that, but when he got up there with the MAGA crew or whatever that Senate and the House Senate, with that change everybody that goes up there, he changed. Now he's talking about he didn't know about the January 6th rider when they asked him, well, do you know Trump was pardoning all them nutballs? He said, no, I ain't seen none of them beat up no police officers. Come on, Tuberville. But anyway, I used to love the man, but I done lost all respect for him now because he see everything good for Trump, but he don't see anything good for Biden. And I'm an independent, Jim. I call it both ways. I think with the she-he's and he-she, I think that's bad business, but that's that. But I was calling about two things real quick before you go. Did Jaquez Howard leave the bench and go to the when Bruce screamed at him for missing the play? Did he go to the dressing room and it never came back? Number one. Number two, I don't know. I just heard that. And number two, did we have Fallon as a recruit when we had Rutherford, the guy that we got on the team now, did we have both of them guards committed to us at the same time? And I hang up a listen. But thank you. But yeah, tell Brad, I didn't want to rough himself, man. I didn't know he was that little with it. But thank you. And I hang up a listen.
Appreciate it. He needs his feathers ruffled occasionally. We will. I'll answer that on the other side. We got to take a break, but it's always entertaining when James calls. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
He slapped me. That's what.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We're your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
The results are in, and Game Day Men's Health in Auburn has delivered. The certified medical team at Game Day Men's Health wants to help you feel better. Text 334-209-3706 to set up your free testosterone check and consult. Results back in as little as 15 minutes. Tired of feeling tired? Text 334-209-3706 to Game Day Men's Health in Auburn. They make you feel better.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big, no job is too small. Construction or excavation, give them a call today. Commercial or residential, 334-531-0199. Sensa Green, heating, cooling, and insulation. Call for air that's fresh and clean. Call Sensa Green, 334-487-35 55, and Russell Dewitt Center. They got 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Dewitt Center. Today, they can beat the big box store. Yes, I do believe we had Pettiford and I think he was talking about Filan.
On the same visit.
Maybe committed. Mm-hmm. Or I'm not sure if he was ever committed, but if he was, it seemed like he was briefly.
Now, that was part of the question because I think I said it in an early segment. I listened to Bruce Pearl Jr., I call him, on his speech to Stephen interview this morning, and he didn't say, and you may know the answer to this, he didn't say that Howard went to the locker room and stayed there, but he did say they had a players-only meeting yesterday, and in that meeting they went around the room asking players what they wanted and what would help them go further in the season and what things we need to be doing. And out of Stephen's own mouth, he said Howard spoke up and said he realizes that he's got a problem with his attitude and he's going to do everything he can do to fix it. And he said it to the other teammates. He didn't even say it to the coaches. It was his other teammates.
He did go to the locker room. He did come back after that incident happened. Bruce said after the game that he talked to him and, said he'll be fine. So, look, and that is great information. I'm glad to hear that because we're at the point where, look, you can recognize he's got tremendous talent, and you could see he really has got a huge upside if he will. If he will take the right road, but if he doesn't,
he's got to know the next level is looking at that as well.
It's going to be a problem.
Yes.
And if he he can go somewhere else, but it's going to be the same thing.
Right.
He's the one that's going to have to change, and so maybe it'll happen. If it doesn't, he's not going to be at Auburn. Next year or the year after. So
well, you would think with the 10 guys we got going out the door, he's looking forward to staying because he's going to be one of the main guys.
Yeah, but I can assure him that he won't get any better coaching. He won't get any more love from an institution. He won't get any better avenue to the NBA than at Auburn. So I hope he feeds into it, and I hope that he can make that adjustment. We'll see. But that did happen, and I do believe Filan was committed at one time, both he and Pettiford at the same time. All the other stuff, though, about Biden was not a bad president, but not a good president, somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I'm not even sure Biden was president for 4 years. So, but anyway, it's fun to talk about that for sure. All right, the 2025 offense, Jim. Mm-hmm. When you look at this, and, the quarterback room is obviously completely different. Mm-hmm. You got the running back room is added 3 guys now. You got Austin and Cobb coming back. Obviously, you got quite a few wide receivers coming back. You've added some to that as well. Offensive line is going to look somewhat the same. They're going to look some different pieces there as well. But when you look at this, what position group are you most excited about, most confident in, and then maybe the one you're most concerned about?
Most confident that jumps off the page to me is receiver because you go down that list. there's just stud after, 5-star, 4-star, 5-star, 4-star. I mean, you go down the list, it's crazy to think Auburn's got that sitting on their campus. I mean, that's...
And you add in Eric Singleton from Georgia Tech.
You know, and that's another side note. I was watching a guy's show the other day that has been out there and some of the player-led only stuff. He'd been talking to some of those players. They said Singleton has singly challenged every guy out there that wants to race him, and he hasn't found anybody to beat him on the team yet.
Right.
Says he is by player-led drills, he is the fastest guy on the team. If that's the case, he's fixing to take some of those little reps that Malcolm had last year on those speed sweeps and stuff like that. He may take that from him.
Yeah.
And that's where a competition comes in, when you find out if a guy behind you wants to work and put it in. Now, think about it that way. You got a game breaker like a Malcolm Simmons. You just added another one on top of it. I mean, that room's scary.
Can we get him the ball?
There's your sign.
Don't go anywhere. We got to go take a break, but we'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone, 256-750-0381, or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Go ahead and mark your calendars, sports fans. The Alabama State Games are returning to the Magic City of Birmingham, Jefferson County, and surrounding communities June 13th through the 15th, 2025. We're talking about 20-plus sports open to athletes of all ages and abilities. The 42nd Alabama State Games will be something to behold. Mark your calendars now and be ready to go when registration opens. Visit allagames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more exciting announcements.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. I always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, or Steaks and Pepper Tree.
As James says, steak and a pepper.
Oh, whatever, steak and a pepper, whatever you want to. I'm sure they don't mind whatever you call it, but 2 locations, as long as you find it. One in Montgomery, one in Auburn on East Glen. Tremendous daily lunch specials. They got a wide variety of steaks and ribs and steak burgers, Kaneka burgers, all different kind of things. Got a special going on right now, a box. For $85, you get 4 of the pork chops, 4 Kaneka burgers. There's some other, all kind of stuff in there. Just go and check that out on their website, steaksnwine.com. That's steaks, the letter N, wine.com. The food is absolutely delicious. The people over there are wonderful. Go and check them out today. You will definitely be glad that you did. The deals are absolutely tremendous. You can't get, food like this for this kind of price. So go and check out Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine today, if you can. All right, Jim, we were talking about this 2025 offense, what it's going to look like next year. You keep adding little pieces here and there. Omar Madsen, the latest addition to that running back room. But you were saying the wide receiver room, the one you're most confident in, which is the one that you're the least confident in, or the most, that may not be a good way to put it. Which is the one that you're most concerned about?
Yeah, I think it'd be the obvious with most people out there is that quarterback room, because you look at stars, you're getting a lot in that room.
Yeah.
But stars don't play on the field. You end up having to understand the ball game and the speed of the game, and Jackson has shown at times he's got the ability to throw it and run it. Look what he did against Alabama last year. I think it was 24-3, and it was mostly his legs that beat him by himself. Well, in other games early in the year before his offensive line fell apart, he threw pretty good. So I think if you get the production out of Jackson, he couldn't ask. I promise you he didn't have the receivers he's got right now at Oklahoma. He couldn't ask for a better situation for him than to have a true start. Now, if he gets in there and messes it up, that's just on him. But my questions, as I brought it to you off the air, is the people that's backing him up, to Ashton Daniels and Tanner Bailey. I don't think you see Tanner Bailey at all unless it's a fire drill and there's nobody left and they're rolling the managers out there to play quarterback. I think that's when you see Tanner. Other than that, the Ashton Daniels is not even going to be here in the spring, so he's going to be kind of like a Peyton Thorne, show up in the fall and try to learn all the offense. So, I think there's every opportunity in the world for Deuce Knight to be your backup. If he's got all year to learn it, now he's got a long way to come, because we've got some reports of his working out and stuff, how it's progressing, and he's really weak in the workouts, and which, like you said, got to be expected, a freshman. You're coming into a college environment you've never been in, asked to do. Who knows what he was doing at his school, if they were doing just some minimal lifting here and there.
Well, he's the kind of athlete that he's never had to do it. He's always been the best guy on the field.
Right. So when you're pushed or asked to push yourself even farther, that's what you find out what kind of competitor he is. If he soaks it up and takes it all in, he could be the best that ever stepped on the field at Auburn. Because I am hearing the reports, just player-led stuff, him throwing the football, they said he could throw it a mile. I mean, he can throw it with anybody on the field. So that's my most of concern, but I also think Deuce is an opportunity to be the backup quarterback. If he puts the work in between now and the fall, I don't see any reason why he can't be number 2.
All right, so quarterback, the one that you don't know about. For me, the running back room concerns me a little bit.
Okay, in what ways?
I've always liked Damari Alston, but he's never been asked to do
the full-time job.
He's never been given the keys.
Now, when you saw a few fumbles out of him, are you worried about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but that can be corrected.
Well, you hope. Sometimes that's the fumble rooskies.
Mario Fannin, I always said, we're going to get it corrected eventually. Yeah. He just never did.
Right.
That was always his biggest issue.
Some people, and they talk about there's 5 points of contact on a football when you're holding it. Well, some guys, there's certain things about them that they don't have the same kind of contact that me and you to hold a ball and tuck it in there. And a lot of guys, once they start running and get what I call freestyle, they start slinging that ball out here to the side. And before you know it, it's poked out of there and rolling down the field just like it happened to him before.
And that's become an art form for the defense to do that.
Did it? Oh, yeah.
But Jeremiah Cobb, I think, I thought last year, toward the end of, second half of the year, he started making some strides, and you started saying, okay, this guy he's more than just a guy you bring in on third down. I haven't seen enough of Darrell Robinson from UConn. He is a younger guy. He's a bigger guy, kind of a bruiser. So you've got some different kinds of running backs here. But Alvin Henderson and Mabson, what can they provide in this room? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see.
If you look off of what we did last year, you had 3 running backs pretty well play. Hunter played the majority of the carries, and the other 2 got some. Well, if you're going off that same chart, these 3 that you named out, Darrell and Cobb and Ashton's going to get the majority of everything's going on. You would hope those last 2 names you had don't see the field, because if they do, somebody's hurt or not performing.
Right.
And you'd love for these 2 guys, especially Henderson, to get in there and get developed in the weight room and learn the system and then get in.
Alston is going to be a senior.
Right.
So this is his last go. So you figure, this is he's all in.
Right.
But he's had some injury issues. So as much as we talk about wanting to run the football, that I'm mildly concerned. Let's say that.
Okay.
We got some bodies for sure.
Yeah.
But if we can't run the ball, then I don't know if we want Jackson Arnold throwing the ball 50 times a game for sure. Now Jackson Arnold's legs too. That's you got to add that in there too. So that's going to be added to that running back room too. We got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. One final segment on this Tuesday afternoon, right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Senza Green and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Go ahead and mark your calendars, sports fans. The Alabama State Games are returning to the Magic City of Birmingham, Jefferson County, and surrounding communities June 13th through the 15th, 2025. We're talking about 20-plus sports open to athletes of all ages and abilities. The 42nd Alabama State Games will be something to behold. Mark your calendars now and be ready to go when registration opens. Visit alagames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more exciting announcements.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Tuesday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Kentucky at Tennessee tonight, South Carolina at Georgia, and Oklahoma at Texas A&M. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we'll be talking about Auburn and LSU.
I'll tell you a good one in by our friend Jason Caldwell put on Twitter that after the AP poll came out and Auburn still ranked #1, the Tigers have played or will have played number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 8, number 10, number 12, number 13, number 14, number 19, number 20, 23, and 24 in the current AP Top 25 poll.
And beaten all but one of them.
Yeah. That is unreal.
That's the schedule right there, my friend.
Goodness.
Yeah, and beaten all but one of them. And that was on the
That's
home
17
floor.
of the top 25.
How about that?
Wow.
That's incredible, actually. That's pretty good. It is January the 28th. On this day, 1960, the NFL announced 2 new franchises, the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings.
Boy, they have put up some controversy here lately with their new coach.
Yes, they have. Schottenheimer's always been, I mean, you've been in the NFL forever. but just never, been a career assistant. But that's the kind of guy, that's Jerry Jones.
That's his.
He does not want anybody that outshines his star.
That's
what
I'm firmly on the page of that now. He doesn't want anybody that's bigger. Everybody was screaming for Dion, but Dion would have took Jerry's life.
Yeah, and that was never going to happen. On this day, 1986, I bet you remember this one, the Space Shuttle Challenger.
Oh, yeah.
Destroyed, explodes 73 seconds after liftoff from Cape Canaveral, killing all 7 crew members, including the school teacher there, Christine McAuliffe. 1990, Super Bowl 24, the 49ers defeat the Broncos 55-10. That was in that stretch where there was every Super Bowl was a blowout. It seemed like that one in New Orleans, Joe Montana, the MVP. 1996 Super Bowl 30, the Cowboys defeated the Steelers 27-17 in Tempe, Arizona. Larry Brown, who was the MVP cornerback for the Cowboys. I think he picked off 2 passes in that game. Neil O'Donnell picked off Neil O'Donnell.
MVP, if I'm not correct, right?
Yeah. In 2001, Super Bowl 35, the Ravens defeated the Giants 34-7 in Tampa, Florida. Ray Lewis, your MVP. And that would be Trent Dilfer, the quarterback in that one.
Quarterback
for the Ravens. Now you're head coach at UAB.
Yep, you're struggling UAB.
You're
lasers.
Very struggling program at UAB. Happy birthday today, Alan Alda. You a MASH fan?
Mm-hmm. Well, I say I was. I was forced to watch it. My dad watched it like every day.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Hawkeye. And
Hawkeye.
What was the other doctor?
BJ.
BJ, that's right.
Or, there was Trapper John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the blonde-headed lady?
Hot Lips Houlihan.
Houlihan, that's right. Yeah, there you go.
Alan Alda, Loretta Swit. Alan Alda, born on this day, 1936. He's 89 years old. Alan Alda. Hawkeye's, he's getting on up there. All right, Charlie Kruger, born on this day, 1937, a college football Hall of Fame defensive tackle from Texas A&M.
So he's no kin to Freddie.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Greg Popovich, head coach of the
Spurs,
San Antonio Spurs, 1949. Nick Price, what were you going to say?
I said the Admiral. He had him that helped him.
He did?
Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good. I think he's won 5 championships in San Antonio.
Yeah, he's done well.
Nick Price, 3-time major winner. Won British Open and 2 PGA championships, I believe. Sarah McLachlan, born on this day, 1968. She's always singing about the animals, dogs, I don't know. Very lovely voice, though, Sarah McLachlan. Jermaine Dye came up with the Braves, went to the White Sox, ended up being I think he played with the Royals for a while too, but was the MVP of the 2005 World Series when the White Sox won it.
Okay.
1974, he was born. Maglio Ordonez, born on this day, 1974, went on to play for the Tigers and I think was MVP of that World Series maybe. Maglio Ordonez. Tony Delk, born on this day, 1974 as well. Played for Kentucky. One of the best three-point shooters maybe in the history of the SEC. Played on those mid-'90s Kentucky teams, man. I mean, he could shoot the lights out. Dante Culpepper, born on this day, 1977, I believe came to Auburn with Central Florida and played against Auburn back in those days.
Yep.
Went on to play for the Minnesota Vikings. Threw the ball for, all over the place against Auburn. That was a great game. Elijah Wood from the Lord of the Rings, and Andre Iguodala, born on this day, 1984. That's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's Jim. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody.